Pitbull tend to gas out. Like, if he can keep up with getting punched and throwing the motherfuckers back for 12 rounds, I would definitely tilt my hat to them, sure. Like, because it's gonna be it'll be a real long.
This fight has put Lamont Roach in a weird spot. Lamont Roach looks like he's going to be fighting Pitbull. I can understand why Lamont Roach is pissed. He's going to go up and fight Pitbull. Y'all don't understand.
Pitbull's good. He's a dog, but I'm not a big believer in him. I went to that fight when he fought Ryu and he outboxed him, outclassed him. I think Roach does the same thing.
Again, but styles mix fights because Lamont Roach also got beat up by Jamal Herring pretty bad. Yeah, Jamal Herring.
I mean, that was shocking to me to see.
I think Cruz sort of hit his ceiling. He's physical, and I think the fight is not easy because Lamont is not one of these boxers that is in and out and uses that distance and bases his style off that distance. So he's in the contact zone.
Culture special, it's a traditional Mexican dish. It's served on a bed of quicksand. It doesn't move, and it's an easy target to pick apart for your liking.
Hey, look, fool, that do sound nice. You hear me? I add another notch on my belt, if you get what I'm saying. Or I can bring the belt out to him. It just, I don't know. What do you think? I think that's a nice choice.
Lamont Roach Jr. is not coming just to fight. He's coming to break Pitbull Cruz. In his latest interview, Roach promised this won't be a routine payday, but a statement fight. He said when the first bell rings, he'll deliver a beating no one has ever seen before. The conviction in his voice showed this wasn't hype. It was months of confidence boiling over.
You're the one that's able to really show the world that Pitbull can get put on his and go to sleep. Why do you feel that you can tame the dog?
Cause I'm one of them. Like, I'm really a dog. I'm really one of the dogs that's in that ring, and people gonna see these 76. Like, I'm in dog shape. Like, I ain't just in regular. I'm in like 15.
Mocking Cruz's nickname, Roach called himself the better dog. He even said if Cruz survives all 12 rounds and wins, he'll tip his hat out of respect. But he doubts it will happen. For Roach, this fight is about dominance. He believes Cruz may bite, but not as smart.
Pitbull tend to gas out. Like, if he can keep up with getting punched and throwing the motherfuckers back for 12 rounds, I would definitely tilt my hat to them, sure. Like, because it's gonna be it'll be a real long.
You think you can discourage him? Because I know he fights, I want to say one-dimensional, but even if he seems to be losing, he's still going to be coming forward. So do you think somewhere along the line that you can discourage him somehow?
I mean, if y'all pay attention, you see in the Ryo fight, like, how he had little lapses of just like, you know, like not coming forward and backing up just a little bit because he couldn't figure it out. Like, he couldn't. And he was still coming forward, but still getting punched.
Before signing this fight, Roach had been chasing Shocker Stevenson. When that fell apart, he turned his focus to Pitbull. Roach believes Cruz is dangerous, but predictable, powerful, but limited. For him, this is the fight that will prove who he really is.
Well, you know, we had a few options on the table, seeing which way we was going to go. I think our main target and main focus was actually to, fight Shakur Stevenson. He's obviously one of the better or best fighters in the world. And, that just didn't fall through. I think he had some other business with Tiafimo, so I hope that fight happens because I know that's like, a very fruitful fight for him and one that I think he'll win. But so that fell out, and then we have, some other options, and it's just like, all right, we're going to see. But ultimately, we picked Pitbull Cruz because, one, he's a champion, interim champion at 140, and that's another notch on my belt.
But not everyone is buying Roach's confidence. Shob, the adult, known for his unfiltered takes, questioned whether Roach is ready at all. He said just because Roach is trained to face fighters like Gervonta Davis doesn't mean he's prepared for Cruz, who brings a very different kind of violence.
Put Lamont Roach in a weird spot. Lamont Roach looks like he's going to be fighting Pitbull. I can understand why Lamont Roach is pissed. He's going to go up and fight Pitbull. Y'all don't understand. This is rough. He could mess around and lose this fight. The guy came from 130 already going up to fight Tank, and we were like, dude, Tank fighting down, he making somebody come, oh man, he bullies Tank, right? He beats Tank, make Tank take a knee. Fine. Then go up from one fight because none of us were saying this his entire career. One fight, he beats Tank and got robbed. All of a sudden, it's an easy fight.
Shob has warned that facing Cruz isn't like fighting a slick boxer such as Shocker Stevenson. Cruz is a storm. He doesn't wait. He walks straight through fire. If Roach doesn't control the pace early, he risks being drowned under relentless pressure.
Yeah, for sure. He may just be tailor-made and perfect against Tank. This is a weird position for Lamont Roach, and you guys just acting like it's nothing. I'm saying, bruh, this could be something. Let Pitbull beat on him. His first time at 140. Y'all just be like, watch. And I gotta give Lamont Roach a lot of credit because it ain't Shakur Stevenson. This is Pitbull. Just a dangerous fight, man. I'd be pissed too if I was Lamont Roach.
It's a good matchup. I would give my personal opinion. What I think Isaac Cruz could beat Lamont Roach.
Why?
I think Lamont Roach had the perfect style for Gervonta Davis. I just don't think Lamont Roach is that good of a fighter. He's had one good performance against Gervonta, but to me, you put him in there, any of these other guys, I don't think he's going to have that good of a performance. People were expecting him to get beat up by Gervonta. That's why people give him so much credit. But he didn't. I do believe that.
I might win that fight, but I'm going with Roach. I think he wins. Pitbull's good. He's a dog, but I'm not a big believer in him. I went to that fight when he fought Ryu, and he outboxed him, outclassed him. I think Roach does the same thing.
Again, but styles makes fights, because Lamont Roach also got beat up by Jamal Herring.
Ryan Garcia also weighed in, and his take wasn't flattering for Roach. Garcia said the matchup looks good on paper, but Cruz clearly has the edge. He argued Roach's style might work against patient fighters like Gervonta.
You're a puncher. Sometimes that catching can also become uncomfortable as well. So I think there can be ebbs and flows in the fight that, yeah, it can make it physically demanding because it's a fight where I think there's not going to be a lot of space in between them. I think it's going to be a contact fight, you know? I think Roach is the more talented guy, maybe the more refined boxer. But Cruz, for being a rough and tumble guy, isn't completely, without his own technique. He's got some kryptonite if you do certain things, but I'm not sure Lamont does those things. I think if you're available to him, Cruz makes it very physical. Obviously, he's physical, and I think the fight is not easy because Lamont is not one of these boxers that is in and out and uses that distance and bases his style off that distance. So he's in the contact zone, and a physical guy, if he can get to you, can remain confident. I think there's going to be, Cruz's effort, Cruz's bigger punching power, but also Lamont's catch. Some of the things we've noticed in Cruz's style, if he's able to back you up and if he's able to physically touch you, we think of the Gamboa fight, or we think of the Rolly Romero fight. He starts to make you very, very uncomfortable. So I think it's very important for Roach in his own style not to allow Cruz to get into a momentum where he starts getting backed up. Otherwise, it could be more and more difficult. Because once Cruz starts backing you up and he knows he's commanding the fight in that way, he grows confidently, and he also feels like...
But Lamont got like a thing about him. You try to press him, he not going to let you just press him. And guess what? Eastside Cruz are all pressure. So we talking about old school rumble right there. That's the old school. They going to get it in. That's going to look like some shit from the 80s, for sure.
But against a pressure machine like Cruz, it could spell disaster. Garcia added that he doesn't see Roach as a true top-level threat. He pointed out that Roach looks sharp when given space, but against non-stop attackers, he struggles. Cruz, he said, won't give Roach a moment to breathe, and once Pitbull lands a few big shots, the whole fight could tilt his way.
We're going to be the first man to stop Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Why so?
Like you said, I'm confident. I'm confident in my work, man. Like any other fight, it's not just Pitbull. It's like any fight. I'm always looking to hurt, demolish, stop any opponent. Like I look for that opportunity every single time in the ring. So ain't nothing changed. Like that's what I'm going to try to do. Like if it doesn't present itself,
The ring, we promote our own fighter, right? And you said you moving up in weight. Well, we got a special guy here with us, Ryan Garcia, though. Could that be a possibility?
Yeah. It could be a possibility, for sure.
100%.
For sure.
100%.
A lot of money, two good fighters.
Let's do it. That's a big fight for sure.
For sure.
What's that look like, though?
Big boy.
You know what it looks like. You know
what's that look like?
He definitely can't make
140. I can't make 140.
So wait, Lamont,
I don't think we can make 40.
so would you go up to welterweight if you beat Pitbull and Ryan Garcia is sitting there saying, "Come on, Lamont Roach, you go up to 47"?
Why not?
But why not? That's
Okay.
all.
Okay. Let's do it.